And there is only one way to stop this. It's not going to be in my opinion, the court system, because it's bowing to that. It's not going to be other.
And it takes a lot of time.
It takes a lot of time,
Right.
absolutely. And he ignores that.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be the other branches of government, like the legislative, the Senate, or
clearly
Congress.
Unwilling to govern.
Exactly.
Right.
They are.
Right.
They all become a yes man next to him.
Yeah.
And the only thing that can save and stop this is people power and people being on the streets.
Yeah. Welcome back to Around the Districts podcast. I'm Gabrielle Mazar. This is AJ Kurdoglu. He is one of the leaders of the Chandler Gilbert Indivisible. And today we're going to talk about the No Kings protests. So I went to that. I've been to actually almost all of them. I think I only missed one. But you helped to organize the most recent one that we had. Tell me,
Saturday,
yeah,
yes.
so it was last week. It was the largest single day protest I think we've ever had in
US history. Yes.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about how what your involvement is to help organize these protests.
Well, that was, thank you for having me first.
Yes. Thank you.
I appreciate it. It's a beautiful podcast that you have. Chandler Gilbert Indivisible is actually started at the beginning of 2025. So we are one of the newest chapters of the Indivisible Coalition, I should say. I've been involved since the beginning of it.
Okay.
And No Kings protest, it's coming from Indivisible organization, and it is organized by the local chapters all around the country. And this is the second one, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And the other day I was talking to our members, or, the volunteers, with this pace, the way that Trump administration behave,
right.
within the next 3 years, we might have, King's Day 10, 15, who knows?
Yeah.
We're going to have many of them. But as you probably heard throughout the news, there were 7 million people across the country joined.
7 million plus.
Yep. Here in Chandler, there was about 4,500 residents of East Valley showed up.
Wow. Yeah. I know the last protest, so the last two protests for Tempe, the Tempe one, we did 3,000 and then 5,000. I don't know what the number was for this time, but I definitely think it was a lot bigger than
it's getting bigger.
Previous. So they're continuing to grow and hopefully continuing to grow. But what do you think these protests are going to do? I mean, you have so many people that say like, oh, how does this help? But how do you think that protests and the growing of these numbers is helping?
Well, here is the most exciting part about the protest. When you go out there, when you see the participants, your neighbors showing up, the very first thing that you hear from them, I am so glad to see so many of us over here.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us at this day and age, we feel alone, especially, the regimes like Trump's, authoritarian adjacent.
Yeah.
They like to make you feel alone and stressed and kind of give up from resisting.
Yeah.
But when you go out there and you see within your own community, we're not talking about national, just within your community, the places that you've been to, you frequent, and you see out there several thousand people, like in Tempe, in Chandler, or anywhere, it gives you hope. You realize that you're not alone and you have a chance to resist to this regime, I like to call.
Yeah. I will say that I have noticed, I mean, I attend all of these and I try to be as active as possible, especially in our district. But I have noticed that this specific protest, people that I know have never protested before or never come out before or never even, like, they try to kind of stay out of politics and not talk about it are coming out and now joining these, which I think is huge, because I think so many people were complacent in the last election. I mean, maybe they didn't vote for whatever reason. I mean, I have my own theories, but I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I do have my own theories. But I think, we're making our voices heard because we are politically active, but in talking about these things and going out there and having these conversations and showing up en masse, you're showing that this is not okay.
Absolutely.
And like I said, yeah, I mean, I definitely have seen quite a few people and, motivated people to come this time that have never been active before.
And when you look at it also, it feels like 9 years maybe, but it's only 9 months since
right.
the second Trump administration is in power. More and more people are getting frustrated.
Yeah.
The very first national event that Indivisible did was the hands off. That was in April.
Yes.
And the numbers were smaller. Actually, I was just getting ready for today. I looked at it. Hands off was about 3 million across the country.
Wow. So we've more than doubled.
No Kings 1 was 5 million, and No Kings 2 is about 7 million.
Wow.
And here is the exciting part. When you're dealing with this kind of authoritarian regimes, the research shows that if you have 3.5% of the whole country dedicated and they resist, then you have a chance to get rid of those regimes. 3.5%. That's academicians talk about this a lot, and you might have heard that number. So with the population of US, you're looking at about 12 to 13 million people. So we are more than halfway there.
Yeah.
You have 7 million people in a Saturday, stopped their daily life, went out on a street corner, on some other places, city centers, and they showed up to protest. And one of the good thing about it, you start seeing more and more diverse group, age-wise, the race-wise, and the socioeconomic status. You're seeing every kind of person from your community. So that's very exciting.
Yeah.
That is very exciting.
I mean, Nicole and I have talked about how we motivate younger people to be more active and what we have to do to get them out there too, especially on the Democratic side, because they're the future. Their vote is the future. So it's very hard to motivate younger individuals. But I do think that some of the things that are kind of helping with that are, let's say, like, the protests in Portland. And how, you see the guy in the frog suit or a unicorn suit.
That become
as silly as
very popular, yeah.
It was very popular. And, my friend's dad was trying to get one and they were sold out. He could not get one of those frog costumes. But we're out there proving that these are peaceful protests. We're out there proving that we want our voice heard. And we're doing so. We're doing so without violence and without hate.
Yes.
And I think that kind of motivates people. Yeah, Remy is saying hi to you. He wants to be a part of this. We'll take him to some protests too. But no, get out of here. Get down. But yeah, so I think some of these things that we're doing and having these protests and we're growing that by doing it in a peaceful and fun way. Even though a lot of the signs are, say terrible things about Trump and things about, Kings and that, I think that it's still showing that we're doing this in the most peaceful way we can to prove you wrong.
That is true. I totally agree with that. Another point is what we're going through with Trump regime, actually, and I grew up in Turkey,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm coming up from a different point of view. I finished college, I came here, I made US, Arizona my home. So when Trump first came around, a lot of people were laughing. And, oh, this is not serious. I can't believe this might happen in our country. We, people who actually, not just myself, but people who born overseas and see other countries going through their political journey, and we looked at it, we said, oh my God, this could be real.
Yeah.
There is something about this guy. We've seen this type
Yes.
around. So he became president. We suffered through the 4 years, and then he was around another 4, and then for some odd reason, he got elected again.
Mm-hmm.
The important point is the stuff that he's trying to do, this whole authoritarian adjacent approach to governing, lack of respect to rules,
Mm-hmm.
The traditions, everything about democracy that irritates him, it happened other places.
Right.
And there is only one way to stop this. It's not going to be in my opinion, the court system, because it's bowing to that. It's not going to be other.
And it takes a lot of time.
It takes a lot of time,
Right.
absolutely. And he ignores that.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be the other branches of government, like the legislative, the Senate, or
clearly
Congress.
Unwilling to govern.
Exactly.
Right.
They are.
Right.
They all become a yes man next to him.
Yeah.
And the only thing that can save and stop this is people power and people being on the streets.
Yeah.
And that gives me hope. Because when you look at other parts of the world, people, when they see this kind of a corruption or the way he governs, for example, in Turkey, since we've seen this kind of stuff, you're not reacting as much. The whole slowly boiling the frog in the water. Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we are out there. The one thing that's very, great about our fellow Americans, they are not used to this, so they are reacting.
Right.
That's why there are 7 million people out there. And this has to continue so that we can stop this.
Yeah. So what's the plan going forward? How many more protests are we going to have? What kind of organizing are we going to do? How often are we going to do this? Do we have a plan for that?
Well, Indivisible organization is working on that, of course.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have an immediate date for the next No Kings 3.
Yeah.
Absolutely soon. But the idea behind Indivisible and the way they organize is to build a community.
Yeah.
And then our national organization is also provide support and guidance and trying to create a strategy on a national level. So that's what's happening for immediately within the next few days. Today is Wednesday, the 22nd of October. There are going to be more, not protest, but mobilization to get, for example, Congresswoman-elect Grijalva to be sworn in.
Right.
So they're going to be that. There are works, mobilization going on to support Democratic senators, basically, during this shutdown process.
Yeah.
And to tell them, hey, thank you to trying to save our healthcare, which is extremely important. So these are the steps, and we're going to keep working on it locally and in national level to keep the pressure on, and also to keep our newly excited volunteers to be engaged.
Yeah.
And that's one of the most important part. the way I look at it, you mentioned about the young people. I look at it more so without age limit. I'm looking as in who are the people getting ready to be engaged first time,
Yeah.
like you mentioned. So
People
more
that are impacted immediately.
impacted immediately,
Right.
or who didn't pay attention, or it came to a level that they feel like we need to get out
Yeah.
and
It's
protest
getting to be
this.
too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We'll definitely be talking more about these protests, and we'll share the No Kings so that we can share when the next one is, how to build momentum, how you can even volunteer or become a part of this movement. But we do have to continue to keep growing that. And hopefully each time, obviously, we've seen an increase of 2 million people each time.
Yep.
Hopefully that will just continue to grow. So thank you so much for
You're
sharing that
welcome.
today.
Thank you for having me.
And this has been the Around the Districts podcast. We were here with AJ talking about the No Kings protests, and there will be more in the future. So we'll keep you posted on all of that. Thank you so much for watching. Please share, like, comment. If you have anything you'd like to talk about, we are here to listen. So thank you so much. We'll see you next time.